Okay guys, we're back at the sawmill today, cutting oak trailer boards, part 2, let's go. Alright guys, so I want to show you something I learned. I've been having some issues with, you know, if you've been following along, getting belly in my board, or thinner ends and thicker in the middle. And this is why. When you start on the outer edge and work your way in, my cuts are perfect. When you get to a small cant like this, I'm cutting 2x6s out of this. When you get to a small cant like this, you can really see the stress in the wood because there's not as much holding it together, I guess. So look, I want to show you something. So I don't know if you can see it from there, but I'm going to show you how much it wobbles. See, that end right there is not tight to the bunk. Can you see that? That thing's coming up probably 3/8 of an inch or better. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's lift it up there a little bit. That's a lot better in this direction. I wonder if I flip it one more time. You can see it there. See, it's tight against that stop. This is the bow I was just fighting with in the other direction. Now yeah, you're still going to have some bow in this direction, but it'll be, I think it's a lot better to give them a consistent thickness. I don't know. We're going to cut it like that. I'm going to get 2 more boards out of this one. And I'm going to stand these ones up and these ones here. Stand these ones up and edge them down. This is actually for a job I'm working on. A guy contacted me and needs 18 2x6s for trailer repair. So I think that's going to be the left of the evening. Perfect. Yeah, it's going to have a pretty trailer, that's for sure. I did the right thing by turning it like that, because this one's 2 inches thick all the way down through. It's 6 3/8. I'm going to stand them up and trim them when I trim those other ones. Alright guys, so if you saw yesterday's video, you'll know that I had several boards that were inconsistent that I wasn't happy with, that didn't kind of make the grade. So I set them off to the side, and this next little series here is what you're going to see. I'm recutting them. I got the idea that, you know, if I laid them flat and then laid some weight on top of them and then cut the board on the bottom, you know, I set the scale at 2 inches and then just took everything off the bottom board, the one that had the weight on it, to see if I could get them all a consistent 2 inches. Because you can see here, I'm kind of struggling with some stress in this wood, and boards are bowed, and once he gets them screwed down, it's going to be okay. But I don't want them to be, a 1/4 inch difference. I want them all to be the same thickness, so that when he screws them down on his deck, he's not, tripping, and it's nice and smooth for him. So just going to speed it up here because it's a lot of cutting. This is not ideal, but this was me trying to save this wood here from going in the firewood pile. This one has a big crack in it. I'm going to try and see how deep it goes. I got 17.5 feet, but I can trim off about 8 or 10 inches. See that crack right here? Make sure that I can avoid that. If not, I'll end up cutting it down into a smaller 14-footer or something when I need something a little shorter. These 16s are hard. You got to have good logs for a 16-footer. Goes down in there a good ways. I have to grab another one. Okay, for those of you that have a sawmill and have been around milling lumber for a while, probably already see something on the end of this log that indicates that something is about to happen. I didn't even see it myself. I get all caught up here and checking out the bugs that are living inside this bark and cleaning this log off so I don't wreck my saw blades. The log, from being dropped and dragged across the ground, has some gravel in it and some dirt, and that'll kill a blade quicker than anything. Another one. interesting. Look at it. All right, now what you wanted to hear. Piece of metal in there. These aren't yard trees either. I took this off my property here. These trees are probably 100 years old. I don't know if they're 100 years old, but I could count the rings. I bet you they are. Well, learning something every day. This one had all the telltale signs too that there's a piece of metal in it, because oak and some other woods will stain on the ends when there's metal present. And I'm going to show you that stain, and I never even saw it. That blade is toast. I kept sawing through it because I wanted to be able to get this piece off. And I want to show you that. It'll be interesting to see what we find in here. Look at that blade. Yeah, that's no good. Now, I don't know if a sharpener will sharpen that or not. I got a sharpener, but I don't know if it'll sharpen something that bad. We'll find out, I guess. So that black stain right there is an indication that there is a piece of metal in here somewhere. Somewhere in here. And it's in there. I hit it. You'll be able to hear it. Somewhere in here. Right in there. So we're going to take this off. Peel this thing off and see what we can find inside there. A little treasure hunt. Oh yeah. Big old spike right there. I wonder how much of it's still in there. I'm going to dig in there and find out. That's crazy. Well, not the right tool for it, but I'm going to... Ooh, that's hard. Yeah, maybe it is the right tool for it. Seems to be coming out of there pretty good. Is that a bullet? Nah. Maybe some kind of a spike. There it is. I just almost missed it. Screw. Look at that. The end of a screw somebody screwed in there. Well, that's all there was in there, so I almost missed it. Alright, so you never can be too sure. I would have thought that I wouldn't have run into that problem out here, but I guess there was people here long before me. So anyway, we're gonna get a new blade on here and get back to cutting. Stick with me. So that's good. I got the order all taken care of. Let me show you what we got. Probably 95% of it's right on, but there's a little bit of it that's either maybe a little thick in the middle, or you know, within most everything's really close. But what I'm going to do, he ordered 18 boards, and I had figured 3 logs or 4 logs. I have to go back and check now. But either way, I'm going to give him everything I got out of those logs. I know some people may not do it that way, but that's how I'm going to do it, because I'm just getting started. So he wanted 18 2x6s. So I've got 21 2x6s, and like I said, some of them are, you know, a couple of them have a little wane on them. A couple of them are, you know, 5 7/8 or 5 3/4. Just a couple of them. There's 18 good ones in here, but I'm just gonna tell them I figured everything up off of how many logs it should take, and I'll give them everything I got out of those logs. So if there's a board in there too that he's not satisfied with, then he can cut it up and make firewood out of it. But he's got 18 good ones in here, like this right here. This is, you know, you got a little bit of wane right there, which doesn't bother me. That wouldn't bother me, especially on a trailer deck. You could always put that on the bottom side also. But I'm pretty particular with my stuff. I know he's not making furniture out of this stuff, but I'm still pretty particular with it, and I want everything to be right, and I want him to be happy. So, but I'll tell you one thing. That white oak is heavy. It's no joke. People who work with that stuff every day on a manual mill, God help them. I couldn't do it, I don't think. But I'm doing it for now. So anyway, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. I really appreciate it. I know a few of my videos are coming few and far between, but I'm trying, doing everything I can. I gotta run home now and get my daughter to horse lessons. So we'll see you on the next one.